16 weeks ago, I had a spinal fusion. It's a surgery that I had been putting off for 18 years. In 2003, I had an injury that blew out my L4, L5. I was then bone on bone. My vertebrae were rubbing against each other since then. That's 18 years of chronic, daily, severe pain. But I couldn't find the right surgeon. And I didn't feel good about having somebody cut me open that I knew wasn't the right person. So I finally had it done. Now, I haven't been able to train legs for 10 years. That's been really tough. Now, I work hard and I do labor, and I own a construction company, a tree service, a landscape company, and so my legs are always getting worked. They're always being used. They're always being exhausted, and I couldn't even feel my legs the whole time. But they always stayed thin. So I always kept my upper body proportionate as much as I possibly could. So I focused on lean muscle gain. I'm a hard gainer. I'm an ectomorph. And when I say ectomorph, I mean I am an ectomorph's ectomorph. I'm 42 years old, 6 kids, I'm running around all the time. My metabolism is still high. If I don't eat a surplus of calories, my body wants to continue losing weight. So I will lose weight all the time. So I still have to fight to keep weight on. Yeah, that's great at my age. It can be a blessing. But I've always wanted to bodybuild. So I've always trained like a bodybuilder. I did it naturally for 23 years. Nothing in my body but protein, creatine, glutamine, my amino acids, and vitamins and things like that. Nothing exogenous except for things like the original P6 from Cellucor. Obviously all my pre-workouts. But if you remember, if any of you have ever tried the first run of P6 by Cellucor, that was an amazing product. That was something that you literally felt right away. Now that was a quality product. And within, obviously, the next 2 runs, I think they phased that one out and then watered down the doses, and then you got what you got to buy. But other than that, I've never tried anything. Now, 6 years ago, I was hit by one of my construction dump trucks in the frontal lobe, and that affected my energy. That impact alone should have killed me or left me as a vegetable, according to surgeons. I've also died internally. All my organs shut down years ago, and they gave me 2 months left to live. All right? So here I am, and my body's beat up, okay, in many ways. And internally, I'm pretty beat up as well. So 3 years ago, I decided to take the plunge and begin doctor-administered TRT. So I went to a clinic, started my TRT program, and I obviously started my HCG and AI within that protocol. Now, because of my back and my legs and the pain I was in at the time, we also threw in small doses of DECA. So I would do 180 milligrams of DECA and 250 milligrams of test, cypionate or enanthate a week. Now that was the threshold. If I went over that in DECA, if I went to 200 DECA while 250 test, then I started to get DECA-dick. And I started to feel negative side effects. 180, I felt great. 180 DECA, 250 test, I felt great. Now I know that test is a little high for a lot of TRT, but that's what my doctors have given me based on the needs of my body, based on who I am and my blood work. I get my blood work done 3 times a year. Now that's important. Now I'm giving you all of this information to precede my current experience with Anavar. Now because I had never tried anything else, no orals, no SARMs, no nothing. Oh, you know what? I did try 1 bottle of MK677. I tried that at one point, and it just really didn't do much for me. It did increase my appetite a little bit, and it did. I carried a little more water weight, but I didn't look good on it, and I didn't feel that great on it. But I've never tried any other SARMs, and nothing else exogenous until now, right? So I had my experience with TRT and my DECA. Now, today, I had my spinal fusion 16 weeks ago. 2 months ago, I decided to start exercising in a way, right? Slightly working out with my resistance bands here at home. I've been working out from home for over a year due to COVID and just my back being so bad. So I started my Anavar cycle 30 days ago now, okay? My experience with that 30-day cycle so far has been great. I'm not necessarily concerned about the way I look at this point, not yet. I was just concerned about putting some weight back on, gaining a little more strength back, and then hoping to have a little more additional repair to the tissue and the muscle after my surgery. And Anavar is known to assist in that, and I believe it has. So we introduced Anavar into my regimen. And I'd never done it before, so I knew I would respond pretty well to it. So they put me on 50 milligrams a day, 25 in the morning, 25 in the afternoon. And it's been great. Now remember, I'm working out from home. I'm working out with resistance bands. So it's not like I really can get out there and push the weight yet. I'm probably not even really supposed to be doing this yet because of the spinal fusion. And I don't feel 100%, you know, like I still feel like my legs, because my legs had been damaged for so long, the nerves in my legs are still just not right. And then my back obviously feels a lot better, but it just doesn't feel 100% at all. Like I'm still very fatigued in my lower back and my legs are exhausted. Even standing here doing this video, my legs are like gonna collapse on me, and I really literally just wanna. So far within this 30-day experience of Anavar, I felt it kick in at about 2 weeks. I definitely did. I definitely noticed an increase in strength. Even now, after my spinal fusion, I can do 50 push-ups in a row and probably do a few more, but I never wanted to push it to increase the pressure on my lower back after spinal fusion. I can comfortably do 50 push-ups in a row. Within 2-3 weeks, I could do another 10 and 15 push-ups in a row. And then within now, 30 days later, I definitely can do. And so for instance, this morning when I did my push-ups, I did 75 push-ups in a row, and I felt like that was my threshold for my back. So, you know, in 30 days, I'm up 25 body weight push-ups, and the strength within my sets is more continual, whereas I'm not losing significant strength within each set. I feel like it's a little bit more consistent as I go through all my sets. I have put on some weight. I've put on probably about 6 or 7 pounds. I know my body really well. Now remember, I've been training for 25 years. 23 years were natural. So I learned my body inside and out. That's the benefit of building that foundation of being natural. A lot of these young guys get out there, they get right on gear and they get right on SARMs, and you're not even learning your body. You're not even understanding or knowing what your body is capable of. You're not learning what your body needs, because now you're introducing exogenous compounds. They affect everything. They affect everything. So there's no foundation, because as soon as you take those exogenous compounds away, the foundation fluctuates. You may consistently be able to hold weight like a lot of these fake natties do, right? They build their foundation, they put on their size, they get their look, and then they take some time off and they say now they're natty. I hope you guys don't believe that bullshit. I really do. Because one of my main goals in starting this channel is to literally get rid of the curtain. Just get rid of that curtain that's between you guys watching these videos and knowing the truth and what's being fed to you. I want you to understand the truth. I want you to get transparency. I want you and me, because I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the fake natties. I'm sick of it. Like some of these guys who are like the lifelong fake natties, and they're riding that lie. They're riding that wave all the way out, man. That's not cool, okay? That's not cool. That's deceitful. That's all it is. And we look up to them, and we watch them, and they make money off us. They make money off of deceit. Maybe that's their show. Maybe there's some way that they justify it in their minds, but they're making money off deceit. Have you ever thought about that? So I think about that a lot. That's why I want to make sure that everything that I give you is the honest truth. So 30 days with Anavar has been great so far. Now it was supposed to be a 45-day run of 50 milligrams a day. I've done 30 days so far at 50. Now I'm going to introduce another 25. So now I've decided that I'm going to introduce 25 milligrams at night. So I'll do 25 in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, and 25 at night before bed. So I'll finish up my bottle at 75 milligrams a day. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because my doctors also introduced CJC 1295 in combination with ipamorelin. Now, if you don't know anything about that, do some research. I'll do a whole nother video on my experience with that alone, but it's more of a growth hormone production, and it pushes your natural production of growth hormone. So we'll get into that later, but Anavar has been great so far. I mean, no real noticeable mental changes. You know, I know a lot of people talk about a feeling of overall wellness, or, you know, I noticed that initially. In like 2 weeks, or actually, you know what? I take that back. I probably noticed that within about the first week. I noticed a little bit of increase of well-being, kind of just that like, oh, I feel pretty good, you know, that feeling. But that went away pretty quickly for me, and I'm a little different. I've had some problems in the past, and I talk about this all the time. I deal with a lot of recovering addicts. My opioid receptors are shot, they're blown, they're abused, okay? From pills, from pain medication, from opioids, from narcotics, from oxy, from perks. And then I replaced all of that with Kratom. Kratom is a phenomenal product. Go watch that video I talked about before. I cannot promote Kratom enough. I think it's a phenomenal product, especially for people in chronic pain. But don't abuse it. Don't abuse it because it hits the opioid receptors, okay? Anything that hits the opioid receptors will burn them out, especially if you're blasting them all day long like I was to deal with the pain. I've taken way too much opioids. I've taken way too much Kratom. And, you know, I strive to live a clean life. I don't drink. I don't do anything else, you know, but I struggle with my own addictions and my demons as well. And I'm happy to share them with you. I've been through a lot in my life. I have led an interesting life, and I'm really here to just share that journey with y'all. Anavar, pretty happy with it so far. I mean, I think I will definitely want to do it again. I think what I'll probably do is potentially front load a little bit in the beginning, see how it gets into my system that way. If it happens a little quicker, maybe that's pointless. I don't know. Remember, I'm still new at this stuff. I've only done my research. Actually, I strongly suggest that you guys go and take a look at Ryan Ankrum and Derek, More Plates, More Dates, because between the two of them, what I really like about just those two guys, Ryan gives you the info in just a very direct way. He gives you just what you need to know about the SARM or about the compound in his juice series, whatever it is. Just brings it to you direct. Then Derek from More Plates, More Dates, he gives you more of the additional information that really expands your understanding of what that thing is. So go watch Ryan first, Anavar, and then go watch Derek, More Plates, More Dates, Anavar. You get a complete understanding. Those are the two guys that I like watching because I feel like those two guys I can trust. Okay? So this video's been long enough. I want you guys to... So stay tuned. I got a lot coming. This is a new channel. If you want, take a look at my other channel because it's got a lot of info about my spinal fusion journey. But this is a new channel, and I hope that you will all stay with me, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and tap that bell so you can receive notifications every time I release a new video. So thanks for watching. I'm Adam, and this is Heal and Overcome.